Special greetings, my dear students. In previous video class, we seen machine language. Once again, I am revising first GL, first generation language. We can able to say it is a machine language. Now, if you want to communicate with the computer, how we will communicate? That time there is no any programming language. If I want to 2 plus 3 plus 2, if I want to add this number, okay, we are humans, okay, this is a human language. Now we have to convert this into binary form. We have to convert this value into binary form, and this binary value we have to give to a computer. We have to give to a computer. Now computer will perform task, means 2 also binary form, plus also binary form, 3 plus 2 equal, everything must be in a binary form. There is no any numerical value, everything must be only binary, 0 and 1s. Except this 2 numerical, there should be no any other numerical value. When we are typing this, when we are converting, we have to give to computer, and computer will give an answer in a binary form. Computer will give an answer in a binary form. This binary form answer, again humans, we have to convert into a human language. Okay, we have to convert into human language. So this is a process. That time how they will make, they will write a question, they will convert it to binary form, and this binary form they will type in a computer will give answer in a binary form, and this answer again we have to convert into a human language. Okay, we have to convert into a human language. This is a process involved in a first generation language. Now second generation assembly language. Second generation is what? 2GL. Second generation language, we can able to say it is an assembly language. We can say it is an assembly language. In this assembly language, one little changes they made. This is the first GL, second GL, some updation must be there, some development must be there. So here everything is in this place, everything is a binary form. Example 2 plus 3 plus 2, we can able to write here 10 1 0 0 1 10 0 0 0 0. Means here there is no any symbol, correct? Here is no any symbol. But if you are coming to the assembly language, there is a one little change. This is a machine language. Okay, this is a machine language. But if you are coming to the assembly language, you can able to use the symbols, mnemonic codes. Mnemonic codes means we can able to say nickname. In a school, example, in a school you are having one name, in a home you are having another name. It is a nickname. We can able to say it is a mnemonic codes. Don't apply that. Here 2 binary form 10 1 0 plus you can use, but in a binary language you cannot able to use any plus. Everything must be now only binary. Everything should be only binary. But in assembly you can use a plus. 3 value will be 1 0 0 plus again 2 value. You can mention equal also. But here everything is zeros and ones. But in assembly you can use a mnemonic codes. This is the difference between binary and assembly. Binary everything is 0, but if you are coming to the assembly, you can able to use a symbol. And you have to give the answer to a computer, and computer will give the answer again in a same binary form. And this binary answer we have to convert into a human language. This is the difference. In binary language, in machine language, it is we can able to say it is a binary language. Everything is zeros and ones. But if I coming to the assembly language, one change will be there. What is that? Plus. So how here we can able to plus? How it will? So there is a one translator program. There is a one translator program name is called assembler. This assembler, before giving to the computer, this plus symbols, what symbols we used, it will convert into a binary form. This is the work of assembler. Assembler is a translator program. So here what plus we entered, this assembler, this is a translator program. It will convert the symbols into a binary form and it will give to a computer. We will type plus, but when computer is receiving, it will receive full and full binary form. It will receive full and full binary form and computer will get. This is the difference. Okay. And next is a, we can able to say first GL and second GL. Both are low level language. Triple L, low level language. This full form is very, very important. And third is a high level language. Third is a high level language. So students, regarding high level language, we can see in a next class because it will consume more time. Thanks for watching. Students, high level language, HLL. We can able to see it is a 3GL, third generation language. Please keep it in mind. In machine language, only zeros and ones. 0 means off, 1 means on, and there is no any translator program. And if you are coming to the second generation assembly language, we can use a mnemonic codes. Okay, we can use a symbols. We can use the symbols, and there is one translator called assembler. There is a translator called assembler. And third generation language, high level language. In this language, there is a two translator program. One is a interpreter, and another is a compiler. One is a interpreter and another one is a compiler. What they will do? They will translate. Example. So here is a two person. Okay, here is a two person. This person A know only a English. He know only English. He don't know any other language. And person B know only Hindi. He don't know any other language. Now they both want to communicate. How they will communicate? How they will communicate? So for that only there is a translator. There is a translator. He know English and Hindi. He know both English and Hindi. So what things A want to tell to B, A will tell to B, and B will tell to C will translate, and C will tell to B. And what B is giving reply, again C will hear and he will reply to A. This is a process, am I right? Same way of the process we are involving in our computer language also called translator program, because computer know only 0 and 1. Computer know only 0 and 1. Computer don't know any other thing out of this. Okay. In a high level language, first interpreter. If A is telling to a, you want to tell something to a B, so A tell to C. Okay. Now just imagine C is the interpreter. This is the interpreter. So what will happen? Interpreter will hear the sentence, he will translate line by line and he will tell to a B. First A is telling, he will listen first line, wait, and interpreter will tell to C. Okay, say again. Again he will ask to A. When A is telling, okay, again when one line will be over, again he will tell to a C. Means this is an example. Don't write in examination, interpreter, he is a person. No. Interpreter is a translator program. It will translate a program by line. It will translate the program line by line. Okay? It will translate the program line by line. In case if you are using compiler also translate the program. In high level language, there is a two translator program. One is an interpreter and another one is a compiler. Another one is a compiler. Now if I am telling to a compiler, now do you know what compiler will do? Compiler will hear everything and compiler will translate to a B. And if B is saying anything, compiler will hear all the things and at a time he will translate. Means at a time. Okay. This is the difference. So students, in examination, please kindly don't write interpreter. He is a, she is a person. He will tell line by line. Or compiler, he is a person. He will tell all together once. Don't write like this. Interpreter is a translator program. Translator program is a very, very important word. It will translate program line by line. And compiler is a translator program. It will convert all program at once. If first line, if any error will be there, interpreter will not go to the next line. If you are writing any program, int A, int B, so like this, if you are writing some big program, C or C++, any program, when you are writing, if you didn't put the semicolon here, so it is error. So interpreter will stop here only. Interpreter will not go to the next line. When you will put the semicolon, after only interpreter will go to the second line. So I think we have to put, so it will read entire program. But if it is a compiler, it is correct or wrong, it will read everything. At last it will tell the error. You are having 28 error, 29 error, it will tell. So we have to go and we have to rectify that problem. Students, please focus on this and prepare for your examination. Thanks for watching.